Good morning and welcome to a little day of exploration. I would normally be filming on this, but I drove all the way out here and realized I don't have a card in it. So we'll see how much I can do on this phone. So I'm starting off the day here in the Union Hill Preserve, one of the Middlesex Land Trust properties. And all I know about it is that it's about 8 acres. And that's it. Gonna have to get creative with the tripod. Preserve has a little view from this hill. So just a simple half-mile loop through the woods. Now on to our next location. Next up is Shipyard Falls, which aren't the easiest to access. But it looks like this will be our best vantage point. So I had to do it. I had to come back because the iPhone just wasn't cutting it. So here we are with a good camera for a shot of Shipyard Falls. You can see the bridge up there, which looks like this, connecting the house over here and the house over there. As you can see right over there. Now let's head to George Dudley Seymour State Park. And this is George Dudley Seymour State Park. It's also a scenic reserve, so like Campbell Falls, my previous video, there's no shield sign that indicates that it is actually a state park. And scenic reserves are usually protected for their unusual or interesting features. And I've already hiked this place, so I'm going to be boosting down the driveway of what used to be the Clarkhurst estate. Maybe a dam at one point. It works, but not for rough stuff like this. Plus, now I have to lug it around. But it does give me an opportunity to tell you about the Clark family and George Dudley Seymour. George Dudley Seymour was a New Haven attorney and historian, primarily of Nathan Hale. He's the one who preserved the Nathan Hale homestead and the state forest over in Coventry. The reason this was formerly known as the Clarkhurst estate is for the Clark family, which was 3 brothers, I think, who owned the Clark Cutaway Harrow Company, which made things like cider presses and plows. And they used some of the profits to buy this property here and built a large house, which hopefully we'll be able to find. Now the Hurst in Clarkhurst means wooded piece of rising ground, which is the large hill that I'll show you right over here. You've got these impressive rock formations here, and then I bet the Hurst is this wooded piece of rising ground right there. This property changed hands a couple of times after the Clark family and became a state park around 1960. Now this is the second time that I visited the park, and that's because the first time I was unsuccessful finding the Clarkhurst estate ruins. The trail map would indicate that it is somewhere just off the trail here. And I searched for a while the last time I was here and couldn't find anything. So I did a little more digging when I got home, and it turns out that there actually over in this direction. So let's see if we can find them. Got this line of fence posts and it looks like we've made it. Oh man. Well overgrown, but I'm willing to pick up a couple of ticks for you guys. Old scrap of metal. This is the other side of that hearth. Just barely make out the stones in there. View of the surrounding landscape. So the trail I came in on is right over there, and if you walk down into this meadow, you could work your way through all this. Continuing down the trail to the meadows, passing by this swampy area. Last time I was here, scared off a great blue heron. This is Haddam Meadows, one of Connecticut's 105 wildlife management areas. That is where I came from. If you head all the way in that direction, you'll reach this overlook of the Connecticut River. The river is just past these trees here, but I wouldn't recommend tromping through them. And then if you head this way, it is a connecting trail to Hurd State Park. The reason this place is so unique, the floodplain soils here grow native grasses. According to the DEEP, the grasses that grow here predate European colonialization. Who knows how accurate or what percentage of the native grasses is left, but I think even the suggestion is pretty cool. I think that'll do it for this park. Let's see, our next one is Brainerd Quarry Preserve. This is the movie that didn't want to be made. Right after that last shot, the external microphone that I started using started doing this. Let me show you. So I'm not gonna re-hike those places for a third time. So I'm gonna get creative and turn it into some kind of old-timey silent movie. So feel free to stop watching now. For those that are intrigued, roll film.